I don't know what the classes are going to be like. I don't know what the professors are going to be like. I don't know what's going to really happen a whole lot in college. But I know for sure is that I'm not going to get scammed by the college experiences. I will make out. I will get much better from the experience. And here's why. I got a little two-step process of what I will be doing once I get to college to ensure that I have a lot of personal growth and development. You know, all the academics and stuff is good, and you know, all the sports and friends and all that sort of stuff be fun. That's a lot of cool stuff. But these two things is what I'll be doing to completely slingshot me in my direction of where I want to go. So, starting out with the first one. Now, I may have hinted at this before, and this first one, probably pretty basic when you think about going to college, but when you have a new, new environment, new habits. Pardon my handwriting, it is atrocious, I know. But the point still stands. New environment, new habits. When you go into a new space, and it doesn't have to be just for college. I'm making this video for people going into college because that's what I'm doing. I can only speak for myself, what's going on, but any new environment, new work, new place to live, anything, seize that opportunity. Don't just be like, oh, it's a new environment, I'm gonna do kind of like the same things or whatever. But obviously we don't think that, but if you're not intentional with it, you'll just go into be like, I kind of feel like scrolling and this is like a new area, but I guess here's a good place to scroll on my new couch over here. And then that habit of being like, oh, when I sit on the couch, that's when I start scrolling, gets implemented in your brain. So you gotta be really intentional. First 2 weeks to month of where you're at, new area, be super intentional. If you want to make a difference. If you want to stay the exact same, then go ahead, just coast, just kind of like, there's a quote that thinking is hard, which is why most people judge or just don't think at all. They don't actually come up with their own creative idea or solution to a problem, but just taking a step back and thinking like, what can I do to make this opportunity better? And I've been rereading Atomic Habits, awesome book, like literally should be required reading if you're gonna be a human on this planet to realize like how to do more and just understand like why we do things and like, man, I'm out of shape. Like, why is that? Well, because it's the habit, it's the cue of like, oh, the Doritos is like right by your, bedroom or something like that. And you just eat them and then it's a craving that keeps coming over and over again. It's just easy, it's there, it's right when you see them. That's why just so much of what we do can be explained with just the habits and the process in that book. I'm pointing at my floor because that's where it is, by my bed. But new environment, new habits. Man, this looks atrocious. New habits. There we go. So, I don't know if you can read that on the board, but it's there. I wrote it. So, with that, an example of what I'm doing is I've wanted to journal more. And I know it's going to be hard in college with new areas, maybe a roommate, I don't know. He hasn't responded yet if he's coming or not, which is kind of lame because I was going with the random. But anyway, side topic. But I wanted to journal more. I know it's gonna be chaotic, lots of stuff going on. I gotta have time for that. So how do I make it happen? Well, one, it's gotta be super obvious. And also, a lot of people like to journal in the morning, which might like too, but also I'm more of like a nighttime journaler to get my thoughts out from the day and what happened. But it's hard at the end of the day. Once you get back, you're so tired, you're ready to go to bed. So how do I make it obvious? It's the first thing. Well, literally, I could just set it right on my bed. I can make my bed in the morning, set my journal neatly on top of the bed. So I would have to move it to get into bed. That's making it obvious right there. And there's other things you can do that are important about making it, the craving, the reward and all that sort of things. So I'm doing is like, to make it easy too, is all I have to do is write the date in like just a word on how the day went. Just one word. But once you start doing that, it's a lot easier to make a habit out of it. And then when you want to write more, you write more. And the reward is just seeing all of those entries in there and feeling better when you journal. I don't know if you've ever journaled before, but you just feel so much better afterwards. So that's an example of how I'm using the new environment, the new area to make a new habit in place. I've started doing that a little bit now in place for college to kind of transition in there, but I'm really taking advantage of this new environment. I would recommend you do the same, whatever area it may be. All right, let's see. We got number 2. And let me just make sure this is working right. Okay, yeah, we're looking good. I would hate to record and just it not be turned on. Okay, this one I was thinking of today. And okay, I'll write it down. No spoilers before I write it down. So new people, new identity. Now, I'm not saying you should fake it till you make it and just act like someone completely different. But there is a point when you go to somewhere new, a new area, a new workplace, new place to live, you got new neighbors, something like that, where, here, let me pick this thing up, where they don't know who you are really. And you can use that to your advantage, not to try to manipulate people or be something you're not, but to slingshot you forward of who you're trying to become. Right now, something I've struggled with is, it's big in self-improvement of, don't care what people think. I'm like, yes, every time, like, yeah, I don't care what people think, gotta do what you do. But even after like years, like going on 3 years of listening to self-improvement podcasts all the time, like being in this grind and working on myself, I still fear the thoughts and opinions of others. It's just real. I'm a very kind of like social person. I care what other people think. So love the people back home, but since like they know me and who I am and the mistakes I made, I know like fundamentally they won't really care if I make this change, but it's still harder to do so. In college, these people, new people, don't know anything about me. So I can slingshot myself forward. I can step into who I'm becoming. And how I'm gonna do that is not just like completely different things. I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, well, I'm a pro athlete, when obviously I'm not. But say, I'm making a little content creation right now. No, I'm balling out. Like I brought this thing over here. Oh, let's see if I can grab it. This is my little prepping station for college where I'm just putting some stuff. I'm bringing the whole like microphone there. Like this is, whoa, I almost slid out. This is like blatantly obvious that I'm a content creator or making some videos. Like you can't be like, oh, it's just there just for looks. Like it's obvious that like if someone has that, like a serious thing, they're using it. And I'll make it obvious, like ball out, like show them the tripod. I bought this other like attachment type tripod thing for my phone. It's gonna be really cool. It'll show it in a video, a little shout out. It's like a car mount thing, but it like, I don't know, it's cool, it can adjust. It's more like subtle than the tripod and can like suction to things. But anyway, I'm getting way off topic. The point is, habits that you're already doing, the identity you're trying to already become, just make the next step. If you're into fitness, stuff like that, get into running like me, and you're enjoying it, you're working hard in it, don't be like, oh yeah, I'm trying to get into running. Like, I'm a runner. That's what I'm gonna do. Like, I'm like even thinking about like, hey, I'm gonna make some friends with some kids on the Miami cross country team, which are gonna be way better runners than me, but just learn some stuff from them because I'm a runner just like them anyways. I've done long distance. I'm gonna do a marathon here September 19th. Psyched about that. It's gonna be awesome. First marathon, I say first because I'm gonna do another one. But that's all part of the new identity I'm trying to build. It's not fake, it's just who I'm trying to become, but I'm just kind of taking the next step, like the little step before the action. And these go hand in hand because yeah, you can have these new people and tell them your new identity, but if you don't have the habits to back it up because of your new environment, you implementing these new habits, then you're not going to change, and they'll be like, oh wow, then even the new people become old people, and they'll be like, wow, this identity does not match the habits that I'm seeing with this person. And then they'll make the conclusion themselves, be like, man, this guy is just, he's not doing it. So, these are two-step process I'm gonna follow in college to slingshot myself forward and make my college experience not a scam. Like I know college is super expensive and there's other stuff I could be doing with this money. There's other stuff I can be doing this time. Like I saw like opening weekend, like we're doing like some things like arts and crafts and treasure hunts. Like that'll be fun and team bonding. I'm also like older and to the point where like I need to do something like real and purposeful with my life to be fulfilled. Like that stuff will be fun, it'll be good to make friends, but it's like, don't really care. And is it worth spending, the like sticker prices, like 34 grand a year for that? No, it's not worth that. But with this, implementing this, I think this will make it worth it alone. Do you need to spend a ton of money? Obviously, it's not. I'm not paying 34K a year. I got scholarships, got a bunch of other stuff. It's less than that, but it's still expensive. As someone doesn't have a ton of money and trying to start their way in life, and you want to do other things. But you don't have to be going to college to utilize this. You can do it in any situation, anything new, any new environment, new people you meet. And you don't have to have the new environment and new people. You can still make change without it. You can still change the identity. You can still change the habits. But it is a little harder to do that because mentally, it's just easier with new people because you know they don't know you. New environment is just like, it's funny when you walk in somewhere new, you're like, you don't have like the habits set up yet. Like you could in your room be like, all right, that's the chair where I do my homework, and that's the couch over there where I scroll, and over there is where I grab my snacks. But if you have like a new environment, be like, you don't know what's over there. Like you have no set habits in your mind for that section of your room, and you can start that out with a bang with new good habits to build your new identity. So I'm getting hype, I'm getting excited. I'm looking forward to being unapologetically myself and stepping into who I want to be. I'm not trying to tell people to fake it till you make it, just who you want to be. Just a little, maybe you're like, I'm Luke 1.0. I'm trying to be like Luke, just stepping make that step to Luke 2 or 3 already and keep going and slingshot that. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it sparked some ideas for you, whether new changes you're going through. Most people are always going through something. If you're not already going through a change right now, you probably will be in the future. Things are always going on. But remember, utilize the new environment and the new people, wherever it may be, a new job, new room, new roommate, college, anything like that. Utilize it, make the most of it, and enjoy it. Enjoy the progress and the steps in the right direction. So with that, hopefully you enjoyed. Gotta keep packing up for college. So next video, honestly, might be in college, which is crazy. It's Wednesday afternoon, and yeah, Friday morning is move-in day. So looking forward to making my first video there. Gonna be unapologetically myself. Just thinking about it gets me like a little scared, like, oh, how am I gonna like record like in front of like other people? Or, like other people are gonna know, and like I need to face that. I need to utilize this, be intentional. And if you're watching this, you're a supporter, let me know. Be like, okay, yeah, I'm looking forward to your first video in college, like this weekend. Making that first video and being blatant about it so other people know. There's no hiding, which it's not something I want to hide, which is funny, but you do, like you're scared of showing yourself. So yeah, with that, best is yet to come, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.